Okay, just to keep you up to date, I've had this in this configuration for a little while, trying different things, wiring it, reverse, polarity and things like that. So I've got a bunch of results on video stored up. Now I'm going to try a different configuration. I'm going to put it in a ring, see how that works. And after that, I'll probably start doing some measuring, input and output, and see what I can get. I'm going to go ahead and put some full wave bridges on each one of these coils and put them into capacitors, start adding it up and seeing what I can get out of it. Okay, well, I'm going to try a different configuration. Let's go with that and see what happens. Okay, that's the new way. I'm going to face it, just hopefully get the magnetic field spinning around. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Okay, I'm making another revision on my circuit, and this time I'm going to go with 5 drivers. I got them set up so that each one has a coil that they drive and a trigger coil, which is just a coil off of a ice cube relay. Alright, so this will trigger one transistor to turn on and power a coil. Each one of these are identical in circuitry to this schematic right here. No diodes, just a 470 ohm resistor on the base, 100K variable on the base, which goes to the trigger coil. Alright, this will be located on the previous coil in sequence. Okay, so I'm going to go in a circular fashion. This coil here will go directly to positive voltage, which will be probably around 30 volts, and then the transistor. Now I had to put a heatsink on there. I was trying to drive them pretty hard to see what the maximum I could gain from it. Anyway, so they all have a heatsink stuck to them, and this is the circuitry that I have now. No neon bulbs, no diodes, just this. And there you go. So one trigger coil will trigger a transistor which runs a coil which has a trigger on it which transfers to the next coil, and so on and so forth in a circle. Now I'll probably drive it with a small circuit to start with. I may use an oscillator that I have here, so I'll probably run something like this, because I can go all the way up to megahertz, from 1 hertz to 1 megahertz, and this has been pretty handy. So let me hook it all up and see how it works. Wish me luck. Thank you. Okay, I got my coils laid out in a star pattern. Now I got to get everything else going here, and this is what I have to take my oscillator frequency that I'm using for input, and divide it by 5. Okay, so every pulse will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll keep on moving down the line. So if I have a pulse, this one will trigger. The next pulse, this one will trigger. Next pulse, this one will trigger. Next pulse, that one will trigger. You get the idea. Okay? So it should theoretically go around in a circle, whichever direction I choose, and fire this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. We'll try it. See what I can get out of it. Okay, now you can see how the circuit works in slow motion. I just turned the clock speed way down, and you can see the sequence. Okay, there's my clock. I have it turned way down, and it's going to this circuit here, so you could see the sequence of my inputs. This will be the inputs to these transistors. So we have 5 coils, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to 1. So that's how it's going to go. And of course I could speed it up all the way into the megahertz. Pretty cool though, huh? So you get the idea. That's how it's going to work.